Boti Byteland Overclocked may be adorable and fun at times, but it doesn't seem to do a whole lot to make itself stand out positively above other games in the genre. Embark on an adventure inside the personal computer world of Byteland, taking down annoying bugs and vicious viruses along the way, all while picking up what has to be tens of thousands of megabytes of data that'll help you unlock doors, activate platforms, and discover hidden areas in this digital world. And Boti is very reminiscent of some popular games such as Astrobot, Ratchet Clank, or even some of the LEGO titles. So at the time of recording this review, I haven't quite completed the game yet. I have just under 4.5 hours of playtime, so consider this more of a review in progress. At face value, the game is absolutely stunning, taking all the usual bobs and bits that are inside of a PC and turning them into a cute and charming environment for you to explore in. And the world is filled with a bunch of adorable characters for you to interact with. Another great thing about Boti is that it is pretty accessible. It's not overly challenging, but it's not insanely easy either, making it a solid balance of fun and challenge for players young and old. However, all these fun and positive things noted, I did have quite the laundry list of things that I didn't quite enjoy as much. One of the first major things being the frame drops. Every now and again, if too many characters enter the screen, whether they were enemies, NPCs, or sometimes even just the data that you have to pick up, my frames would plummet. Sometimes even to the point where I had to play the game through my peripherals so I could actually keep my lunch down. Now, while on the subject, I should mention that I don't have the world's most powerful computer. It's definitely no big boy mega gaming PC, so I won't say all of the fault of performance falls on the game. It could also be on my computer, but take that as you will when it comes to referencing your own hardware. Now, following up from that, everything else that I really have to complain about was kind of a level-to-level basis. While playing through the first set of missions, I found different things about each level that just kind of bugged me and really kind of took away from my experience. Though a lot of levels are really cool in design, there's quite a few moments where it just feels cluttered. Not that everything in the world should have something to do, but it feels like boxes are thrown in this corner just because, or there's a character kind of sitting there breathing. Why? I don't really know. This seems kind of like a weird complaint, but I don't know, it just felt a little more obvious than most games make it. But in case you're unable to see all the things placed in the world, don't worry, because the first level will make sure you see everything. And when I say that, there were constant silhouettes of all of the obstacles and crates and platforms and everything the level had, which just made it very difficult to see anything when I was progressing. See that giant spiky wheel? Well, if you happen to forget where it is, don't worry, because the game will remind you until you beat the level. Along the adventure with Boti are these two AI companions, 1 and 0. These two little spherical drones that kind of play as your angel and devil on your shoulders. They kind of exude this Starfire and Raven energy, where one is super plucky and happy, while the other one's kind of dark and dreary. Now, with all of that said, please shut up. All things considered, I really enjoyed 1 and 0's characters, but during the gameplay, they just kept repeating the same lines over and over and over again.
Alarm bots, Boti. Stay out of their way and you should be okay. Alarm bots, Boti. Stay out of their way and you should be okay. Alarm bots, Boti. Stay out of their way and you should be okay. Even
during one of the sort of big horde battles, they kept screaming the same thing into my ear.
Ready to stop a dropper, Boti? Viruses? On display? What are they thinking?
Clear them away, Boti. Dropper detected. Wipe it, Boti.
Ready to stop a dropper, Boti?
Dropper detected. Wipe it, Boti. Dropper detected. Wipe it, Boti. Dropper detected.
Wasn't that incredible?
I think this harkens back to when I mentioned that the levels do feel kind of cluttered. There was so many different things in any given room, it makes 1 and 0 interact with them over and over again as you're passing by them. So if there's too many enemies, if there's multiple chests, if there's a different platform to reach, 1 and 0 are just constantly calling out these different things. Now, the game does feature a co-op mode where you can play with the Boti. I unfortunately wasn't able to try it out. Well, except for the 1 millisecond that somebody joined my world and then left. I'm not quite sure what I did to make them leave. But I will say that does seem like it's going to be a lot of fun, so hopefully eventually I can try that out with the Boti and see how much better it is. I know I've mentioned a lot of flaws in this review, but genuinely the game's not that bad. There's definitely a lot of polish and things that need to be cleaned up, but I think there's a great experience tied in here somewhere. Though I think my time with Boti Byteland Overclocked is just about done, if I hadn't received this as a review code, I imagine this to be the type of game that I'd buy on sale, I'd install it on my PC, and then some random Saturday I would just sit down and start playing and see how far I would get. Boti Byteland Overclocked will be releasing on Steam in just a few days on September 15th, and the studio is currently working on bringing the game to consoles in early 2024. So, are you going to be picking up Boti Byteland Overclocked? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review or even found it helpful, please leave me a like and maybe even subscribe so I can show you even more indies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.